Hello, Wildcat fans. Here with head coach Nate Carr Jr. on another episode of Inside Davidson Wrestling. Coach, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Coach, you guys just ended a dual match with Duke at the Duke Family Performance Hall this weekend. Came down to the wire. Really close match. Good crowd. You want to just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, really cool atmosphere. We put a lot of work in. Our staff had to do a lot of the things because we had also women's basketball going on. So just a lot of things with the clock and the setup in the theater, whiteout shirts, a lot of things that we had to kind of get together. And so it was a really cool atmosphere. I thought the guys wrestled with energy and pace, and they really put it out there. So we're just proud of where they were at when they got out there, and it was really cool to hear the first three and the crowd going crazy for takedowns and action for the home team. So I thought that was really awesome.
Yeah, and you got wins by a couple of seniors with Bryce and Cameo.
Yep.
Started off tough, starting at 157 with Tanner. Another, that's his third straight overtime match. He battled, and then Bryce picking up the pace. So, I guess talk a little bit about those seniors and Bryce and Cameo.
Yeah, so Bryce Tanner wrestled a guy that just got a huge nationally ranked win a couple weeks back. A guy that pinned Peyton Hall. Peyton Hall is a stud. And so going into that match, that's a match you want to see where you're at. And Bryce didn't disappoint. Still undefeated on the season, 3-0. Looked fast, strong, and a guy that looks like he's on a mission this season. So really excited where he's at. And then what a great experience for Cameo. Kind of a crazy match, back and forth. Had a chance, got a cradle and a couple takedowns, and obviously put some energy right after he won the match, and kind of got us rolling in that upper weight class. So. Really cool to have that experience for a senior, both of those seniors. And, they're getting better. They're getting better. Even as a senior, they're learning. And you can just tell that they're kind of getting a little bit of momentum. And we got another opportunity next weekend to continue the momentum. So it's good for those seniors.
Yeah, I guess the last thing I want to touch on with the Duke match is they went on a little bit of a run there, heavyweight and the lightweights. But then Josh comes out and goes through his guy, tech fall, and I see you over on the sideline, we need points, let him up, come on.
Yeah.
So I guess talk about that dynamic, you put yourself also in a pin and win situation with Tyler, and you're kind of doing the same thing. So I guess take me through those last two matches.
Well, the biggest thing I told Josh is score points. All right, he's been looking phenomenal in this room, training his skills, his drills, his extra workouts. He's put in a lot of work, and so I could tell that it was. Even last week, he wrestled the top 20 ranked guy, and you could tell his energy in that match was just different from years past. And you could see he was getting ready to get his hand raised. Eventually, he was going to get his hand raised, and in dominating fashion was cool. So once he got to about 10, 11 points, hey, let's try to put him on his back. He put him on his back. He almost gets the fall, which would have been a huge going into Tyler's match, and gets the tech fall. So going down to Tyler's match, I thought it was going to be a close match. And then Tyler, so fast and just got to a 7-1 lead, gets another takedown. It's 10-2. You get 2 takedowns, 3 takedowns here. We're in this thing. And so I was just encouraged by those two guys that it really brought some energy to the crowd. We definitely had a shot. Came up short, but it just builds character for our program and our team that we went 5-5 with the ACC team. It's only really the beginning of the season for us. And we're encouraged that, hey, once we get to conference, our dual meets, we're going to be in those situations. We're going to be in a 5-5 split, and it's going to come down to the little things. Literally an overtime match. You switch the result for us, we win the duel, right? So I do think that we're right there. We just got to continue to build. So the message this week is just kind of like the little things matter, the small things matter. Let's fix little details, and let's get back to work. So.
Yeah, I guess you kind of answered my next question. We were going to talk a little bit about it. It's all right. Talk about Sacred Heart. You guys are coming in back at home again.
Yep.
You guys started off the year with a lot of road competition. Now you go back to back at home. You're back in Belk, facing a Sacred Heart team. They've faced a tough NC State team, a tough Cornell team. They lost to SoCon opponent in Presby. And I was going to ask you, about the focus level this week and kind of the point of emphasis.
Yeah, I think do what you do, right? We have finals this week, so a lot of guys are focused on just organizing their life from their final standpoint, but they still got to come in here and get away from the finals, the mental reset, get some weight off, work on some skills, and kind of just stay locked in before they go on break, right? So it's a really hard week for them where they have finals, we have a competition, And last year around this time, this is the best we've wrestled all year in the dual meets, where we beat Presbyterian and Queens, and we looked phenomenal in a tough week. So I'm hoping they're going to respond and just do what they got to do and complete their finals and compete hard on Saturday. And I'm excited about that.
Last thing is, want to give an update on Marcus. I know he's getting ready to go to Senior Nationals down in Texas.
Yep.
So tell the fans about that.
Yeah, really excited. Coach Coleman is getting excited for his Senior Nationals debut at 86 kilos, a really important competition for him to qualify for the Olympic trials, as his journey to make the Olympic team starts with this tournament, really. So top 6 finish gets him qualified for the Olympic trials. He's gearing up. Got to wrestle in a tournament a couple weeks ago and kind of worked out some bugs since he hadn't wrestled since the NCAA tournament. Wrestled well, wrestled a lot of tough competition. So made some adjustments, and now he's really ready to go, and he's going to get down to weight this week, and he's off to Texas to win the Senior National. So really excited about his journey to be an Olympian. It's a really unique opportunity for guys to see him train and stay dedicated in the room, but also work with them. So it's a really unique opportunity where you have a coach that has his own journey as an athlete. It's really awesome to see, and it really impacts our program to see that high level training every day. So really excited for him and his journey. Yeah, it's going to be great.
I mean, I guess I don't have this written down, but I want to ask you, just talk about kind of, what, he brings to the table as far as, obviously his experience, but like how guys are coming to him, asking him questions,
Yeah.
getting involved in that way.
It's really great. You can just see everyone is, Marcus, hey, can you help me with this? What do you think of this? And it actually helps him in his own skills to reevaluate it. He was an athlete for a long time, and now being a coach, he gets to think from a different point of view, and I think it helps everyone involved, right? He's learning by adding instructions and giving tips, but he's also in his own right training and getting ready to go too. So it's really cool to see him just be a huge impact on our program.
Awesome. Well, a lot of stuff going on with Davidson Wrestling this weekend. Thank you for the time.
Thank you. Go Cats.